בוקר טוב וברוכות הבאות ליום הלימוד השנתי, שתמיד כל כך משמח אותי כשאני רואה משנה לשנה את מספר האנשים הולך וגדל. אני לרוב מדברת בעברית, שכל אחד מקבלת את התרגום המתאים בשפת האם שלה, אבל היום בגלל האורחת המאוד מיוחדת שלנו, ג'אנט טובין, לשעבר הנשיאה העולמית של ליגת הנשים של התנועה המסורתית, אני בכל זאת אדבר באנגלית. ואני חושבת שהיא שפה מובנת ללא מעט מן המשתתפות. We're happy to have with us today a former international president of the Women's League, Janet Tobin, who is really the originator of this wonderful project of Women's Study Days. It was Janet who initially asked our own Diane Friedgut to develop an educational project for women, and out of that suggestion grew the regional study days that are now held annually and that lead up to the grand finale in Jerusalem today. When I first saw the remarkable program that Diane and her team of advisors have put together for today's study day, I was filled with amazement and joy. Firstly, of course, because of the content, the extraordinary wealth and variety of the subjects that we shall be studying, subjects which in typical female fashion range from the intellectual to the spiritual and even to the physical aspects of womanhood. A variety which also, as usual, makes it so hard to decide which of the tempting workshops to attend and to wish we had an entire Shabbat to spend together rather than merely a long morning. But the main reason for my joy is to see the extent to which the motto for today, Chochmat Nashim Banta Beita, is borne out by the talents and accomplishments of the women leading the workshops. No fewer than 7 women rabbis and 1 cantor, but also women who, though they may not have the formal title of rabbi, are nevertheless learned, highly knowledgeable, and insightful on all aspects of Judaism. And what's more, they are all feminists, bringing a woman's perspective and a woman's perception to the study of Torah and other Jewish texts and topics. So yes, indeed, women's wisdom has built her home, but not only in Jerusalem, as the regional study days bear out. These women are making a significant impact, not only on women themselves, raising consciousness of women's contribution in the past, but also to the many ways in which women are changing other social issues in Israel. No longer are Torah study and religious leadership considered solely male spheres of activity. There's greater equality, greater respect for women, and for their unique insights that can change both text interpretation and synagogue ritual. Yes, not only in Jerusalem and Israel, but throughout the Jewish world. Last week, Rabbi Daniel Sperber, an Orthodox rabbi who lives in Jerusalem and has always been a champion of women's rights, ordained no fewer than 7 Orthodox women rabbis in New York. By the way, as some of you may know, also, Rabbi Sperber recently released from 30 years of being an aguna, mesurevet get, an Israeli woman. Whether that act will be recognized by the rabbinate heaven alone knows, right? But we must also hope that heaven will protect that woman and will ensure that she be able to lead a normal life, and if she wishes, to remarry. The interdenominational Beit Midrash, established in Jerusalem 4 years ago, will next year have an equal number of men and women, 10 of each sex, ranging in affiliation or practice from Orthodox to secular. This pluralist approach, so rare yet so necessary in our deeply divided community, is also the fruit of a feminist, all-inclusive approach. I, for many years, quoted a little verse that encapsulates the universal feminist vision, and it is addressed to men, not only Jewish, but of all religions and denominations. It's not great poetry, but it bears a great message. You made a circle to keep me out, heretic, rebel, a thing to flout. But love and I had the will to win. We made a circle that brought you in. And that unity is what we must aim to achieve. It's that principle we need to convey to our partners and our children. And in that way, we shall indeed be, and I look at the subtitle of today, building and nourishing our nation. So I wish all of you a stimulating, satisfying Yom Limud, and I hope you'll be able to choose carefully, and not feel, oh, perhaps I should be in that other workshop, because they're all good. I wish all of us a stimulating, satisfying Yom Limud. May we continue the tradition of meeting annually in Jerusalem to inspire and to be inspired, fueled for yet another year of studies in our own regions, our own congregations, our own families. So, Yom Limud Na'im. We love you. You love me. Good. I love you too. You cannot imagine. You cannot imagine, really. אתם לא יכולות לתאר לעצמכם איזה שמחה מעורר בי היום הזה. What joy is aroused in me every time I come to this study day. Because I remember the beginnings. I remember the beginnings of the feminist movement in this country, right? And I see how things have changed here as well, right? And I'm very proud that among my Pelach alumni are 3 women, 2 of whom have actually been ordained as rabbis. One of them is a remarkable visionary, my own Rabbi Tamar Elad Appelbaum, right? But in addition, a third ex-pupil, Malka Pietrkowski, who is extremely orthodox and won't have herself called rabbi, but is referred to as Eshet Halacha, right? Because she wants to stay on good terms with the Haredi community, right? And I know from hearing from her that Orthodox, ultra-Orthodox, Haredi men come to consult her on issues not only related to women, but in general. And I'm very proud of that. And by the way, the Women's Wisdom Has Built Her Home is Pelach's motto as well. So I think we've come such a long way. But there's still a long way to go, because we still live in a male-dominated society. The Knesset has a pitiable, really, number of women in it. And unfortunately, on that national level, women are still left behind. And I think that has a very negative impact on our society as a whole. Right? So keep going, keep fighting, I would say to the younger ones in particular, right? Try and sustain the vision of my generation and try to make it bear real fruit in reality. So, Yom Limud Na'im.